I got distracted by the fucking decoration. What is this shit? Die to the fucking dumbest shit ever. The actual dumbest shit. So I lost focus. So yeah, that's about that. No. Confidence! You need confidence! You need confidence in your ability. You need to stop hesitating. You need to like stop hesitating. Stop getting scared. Stop it's not about ah ah.
Boogie.
What the fuck just happened? No. No, you just need to focus a little bit, bro. You just need to focus a little fucking bit. Oh my gosh, that got me, bro. Oh god, that got me. Oh my gosh, we're getting so consistent. My heart is beating out of my chest, bro. Yes. Yes. Look at that. No cheats, no hacks, no tricks. W larp off. W larp off is king. W larp off is the GOAT. That's me, baby. Fuck this level. Fuck this stupid shit. I'm the GOAT. Yes. I just wanted to hit y'all up with the post-game interview. You know what I'm saying? That riding this high, conquering this demon. This is definitely the hardest mental challenge any level has given me thus far, because I've never played anything like it. I've never played a almost 7-minute extreme before. So if we're talking about the actual difficulty of the level, it's probably around like hard demon difficulty or something of that nature. There's a lot of buffers and a lot of easy timings. Most of the timings are pretty easy. The hardest timings I found would come in the probably like the 20% to like 40% range is where I would die a lot, and I would struggle with that a lot. So yeah, that was probably the hardest. But in terms of actual difficulty, it's probably like hard demon like difficulty, like maybe medium demon sometimes, maybe easy demon sometimes, maybe insane demon other times. Like I think it ranges between all those, but it's never like actually extreme demon difficulty, you know. But the extreme demon difficulty comes from the fact that it's like almost 7 minutes. It's almost flame wall length, which is just, it's just fucked. It's just so fucked. So utterly fucked. The other thing that makes it really hard, well, why does difficulty make it, or why does length make it so difficult? Is because there's so many little niche little nuances. You saw that a lot of my deaths, a lot of my new best deaths were like kind of unlucky. And it's like they're not really unlucky because I just didn't have the knowledge to overcome dying like that, you know. Sometimes I just got nervous, but other times I just got like, I died to some little nuance that I didn't understand. Like, oh, I was supposed to click that late, or oh, I was supposed to hold a little bit longer there, or, you know, like whatever the fuck, you know. So this level just has a ton of those little nuances, and because there's, and every level has a ton of nuances, right? But because it's 7 minutes long, it's so much harder to learn every single nuance. You know, there's just too many of them. There's just, you're never gonna win, bro. So that makes it really annoying. So you just have to die and fail and learn the nuances and practice them, and over time you'll just like overcome them and shit, I guess. I didn't think I would ever get consistent at this level, but by the end of it, I was actually starting to get consistent runs like every, I mean, you saw I got 86% and then beat the level basically the attempt after. I had a death in between, but like that was insane consistency. And I mean, obviously, yeah, of course, it's like, the gameplay's easy. All it requires is the focus and the nerve control, right? So let's talk about focus and nerve control. Nerve control. I'm not great at nerve control. A lot of people aren't very good at nerve control. Most of the time, you have to get to the end of the level from 0 quite a few times, die to it, and then that will help you be like, all right, I've been here before, I played these games before, I'm getting right into action, and I'm gonna whip this shit's ass, right? However, well, that happened for me, actually. That happened for me. But I would still get nervous at the end still, because it's just such a long level. It's kind of hard not to get nervous when you're like, holy shit, I can beat this. And by the way, the ending of this level is pretty easy. Once you get to like 70, like 80? 84%? It's like 84. It's like around 80% or something. The level's pretty easy, which is why like I get really like, oh, I'm gonna beat it. Oh my gosh. You know, that's super scary. I mean, I actually only made it past 80 like one time, so, but it's still really nerve-wracking. So yeah, nerve control, it's a skill. And it's a purely mental skill, which is weird to say. When you think about skill, you think like, oh, ship, wave, timings, you know, those reactions and shit. But no, nerve control is a skill because all of those things are purely mental, because your brain controls everything. Your brain controls your finger. So your brain is a skill. Your brain controls all your skills and your nerve control. So like I don't really have any tips for nerve control, but besides you need to be mindful of it, and you need to still be looking at the level and thinking of the next thing to do. And it's just easier said than done. You just have to keep fucking banging your head against the wall. I had so many more pathetic deaths that I didn't even record because like there's just too many of them, and it really hurt. Because it got to a point, there were many points playing this where I would just die. I would just forget about some click. It wouldn't even be like, oh, I messed up a nuance of the click. I just forgot about it. I just didn't do it. I just hesitated or whatever. Like, and that's so frustrating. It just makes you feel like a pathetic piece of shit, right? It just makes you feel awful. Because it's like, why didn't I just click there? Why didn't I just release there? Why didn't I hold there? It just makes you feel so awful when you forget about something. It makes you feel really bad when you forget about something, and you have to be like preemptive, because it's like, what could I, when you mistime something, it's like, what could I have done better? Oh, it's easy. I could just click earlier or click later, you know, hit the timing, you know, use this visual cue, make sure to focus on whatever the fuck, you know, click pattern. When you have a mental, I'm talking about focus now. We're done talking about nerve control. Now I'm talking about focus. Focus is another skill for me. I mean, it goes hand in hand with nerve control. I mean, it's basically nerve control when you think about it, but focus is like so hard for me, because I know I can be an amazing player if I just focus. If I just focus on everything, every little detail, I know I can be very good. I have confidence that I could be very good if I focus. And it was really hard for me, because it's like, how do you can't just tell yourself focus. I've had attempts where I was like getting far, and I'm like, in my head I was like, okay, time to focus, and then I immediately fucking died because I was thinking about, okay, time to focus. That's not how it works. You can't just tell yourself to fucking focus. And it's like, oh, you gotta enter the flow state. Trust me, bro. The flow state is a state where you don't even think about the timings. You just look, and you're totally immersed, and you just do it. And it's like, that's so abstract. Obviously, I've entered the flow state before. You can't just click a button and activate the fucking flow state. I know there's ways to help facilitate the flow state, and I've done that before, but I can't force it. And when I want to force it, it makes it even worse. And it's really just a piece of shit, honestly. Here's the other thing. If you're struggling with focusing on a level, the annoying ass thing is you just need to give it time. Like, that is the most annoying thing. With time, you will be able to probably focus on it better, because you'll learn the nuances better, which will allow you to just feel so much more comfortable. Like, I could not focus on this level when this shit was super, when the gameplay was still super awkward and I was trying to think ahead about like what to do. Like, you can't do that. It's a 7-minute level, so I just had to play so much to where I learned it all basically and could achieve a better flow state. So that's what I wanted to say about nerve control and focus. Now, final thing I wanted to talk about is I changed my icon on the day I beat it, right? I changed to the W pop-off icon set, right? You probably noticed that. And why did I do that? Because, I mean, obviously it's a completely placebo thing. It's all completely cosmetic. You've probably heard this story. I mean, it's just the placebo effect. But it's not like quite as simple as this is going to make me better because somebody good used this. That's not what was going through my mind when I used it. What was going through my mind when I used it was I was feeling completely pathetic, right? I was feeling like I just can't hold anything together. I just always forget stupid things, right? So I changed my icon set to W pop-offs because to me, W pop-off is a champion of consistency, and like he's just goated. Like he's just consistent, and he's got like the click patterns down to a T. And I was like, this is what I need, bro. This is what I need for this fucking level. I need to just be zoned in on that consistency, because that's what you need to beat a 7-minute level. You need consistency. You're not just gonna wing it, you know? Like I fluked the last two levels I played. I fluked the last 2 levels I played from absurd percentages because they're only like 1 minute, 2 minutes long, you know? They're not 7 minutes long. You can't. This is a bit of a harder level to fluke, even though the gameplay's easy. So honestly, if you have good nerve control, if you have good focus, if you had a good grip of the level, I don't think I practiced the level very well, is another thing I'll say. So it was harder to fluke and play the ship because of that as well. Made it more frustrating as well. Usually I practice levels very thoroughly, but this one is just so boring to practice where it's like I just couldn't be bothered. But yeah, basically I wanted to embody that consistency, right? And I started to try to play like W Pop-Off is the other thing. I started to try to play like him. So I started clicking louder. I started rotating my wrist slightly more. And I tried to zone in. And I tried to pay attention to my click patterns more. And what do you know? I actually started improving. So here's another tip. Click patterns are the most overpowered tool a player can have in Geometry Dash. They are it's the most overpowered shit imaginable. You have a section where there's a lot of clicks in a row that's really annoying. You just find the starting point of your click pattern, use a visual cue, and then execute it. And you keep practicing it, and you keep practicing it, and you keep practicing it until your hand knows it like the back of your hand. Your hand knows the back of your hand. Of course it does, because it's your hand. And I ate a grain of sand. No, that's just so valuable because we're playing a game of focus here, right? Spoiler alert, I couldn't maintain complete focus all the fucking time. That's an absolute chore. It's an absolute ridiculous ask of me, especially on this boring ass level. In order to really enter the flow state, you need a good challenge in front of you. Not too challenging, but like pretty challenging and taxing. You know, this level I don't think can really do that for me, which is another reason that made it hard. I'm not saying if it was harder, it would be easier. That wouldn't really make any sense. Basically what I'm saying is that click patterns can be used they're like a cheat code. It's like you don't even have to focus on the game anymore. You just have to focus on, well, you don't even really focus that much. Your implicit learning does everything. Your implicit learning, your hand, it's like, oh, it's doing all the work for me. And that's like a cheat code. It's like you're skipping the parts of the level that you would otherwise need to focus on. Now your hand just does all the work. So it's like a fucking free pass. There was parts of the level that I was mind blocked on. I learned the click pattern for them in my W pop-off phase, and my W larp off phase. Started to learn the click pattern for it, and then I just, I'm no longer mind blocked. I can do the part basically 100% of the time now. Wow, who would have ever guessed? It's like playing this level, I thought, oh, I have to look at the visuals the whole time because it's an easy level. But just because a level's easy doesn't mean you can't do click patterns for it, It's stupid. Like, I know I'm saying very obvious stuff here, like, oh my gosh, click patterns, like, yeah, no fucking shit, bro. But like on a level like this, I don't know why I didn't really think to use them. But once I turned on the W pop-off icon, turned on the W larp off, I started to cook on the click patterns. I started to absolutely cook. So yeah, I was just having way more fun with the level, larping as W pop off. I don't even know. It was just fun. So maybe that's gonna be my secret weapon. I'll go back to my old icons for the next levels I play. But maybe if I'm just feeling pathetic and I don't want to be myself, I can just be W larp off instead and embody consistency and godliness and being the GOAT and Ken Carson, I guess. I don't know. I was planning on listening to him because he glazes Ken Carson. So I was like, surely this guy has some value. I don't know if he does though. We're gonna listen to him and find out. I think some people probably have choice words to say about him. But I have an open mind, so we're gonna find out. And leave a comment below if you're wondering, hey, did you like it? I'm gonna listen to his new album because he just dropped a new album, and it's like, oh, it sounds like a perfect time to try it. So I like music. I like trying new things with music. There's a lot of crazy innovation going on and stuff. Yeah. So I think that's enough yapping. But that level was a movie, bro. That level was actually a movie. I'm so glad to be done with it. If you're wondering my playtime, it was about like 22 hours. I think it was about 22 hours of playtime or something. The attempts was like probably like 10K. But that's a lot of attempts for how long this level is, because the attempts are longer, right? So it was really brutal. Like 22 hours, I'd spend probably like 6 hours, 7 hours. I probably spent less than 10 hours on pretty much every extreme I played. But that took me like 22 hours. And it's just because it's such a completely different skill set. It's not my skill set at all. So if we're talking about, have I improved in like timings and like all that mumbo jumbo, I don't think this level has improved those skills, obviously, because it's a nerve control, long, focus-based level. It's more about that. But it's taught me valuable lessons. And playing it, I was like, this level isn't gonna make me a better player at all. I fucking hate this. Why am I even playing this? But by the end of it, I feel like I have become a better player. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is Waddle Green. I hope you've enjoyed my yapping. And if you did, make sure to smash some nails into a wooden board with a hammer. And I'll see you. Wait, my chair can spin now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.